All right, let's.
Which one are we going on to now?
What do you say to the Calgary Flames?
Impotent.
Yeah.
Johnny Gaudreau, 13 shots, 1 goal. Michael Backlund, 12 shots, 1 goal. Tyler Toffoli, 13 shots, 0 goals. Andrew Mangiapane, 0 goals. Somebody else. I don't know who else I wrote down there, but 0 goals.
I joked about Johnny Gaudreau being shut down in the playoffs before, and I was talking about it in respect to Austin Matthews and how, I felt that Matthews on the role that he was on would be harder to shut down in the playoffs than a guy like Johnny Gaudreau, and feeling pretty good about that. But yeah, he
was really not a factor in the first couple of games, but then he really, like game 3 and 4.
Yeah,
he might have been the best player on either team in both of those games. He was really, really good.
I mean, the thing that strikes me about the Calgary Flames, I didn't really watch the first game, I don't think, because I just felt that Calgary was just going to walk over Dallas, and then all of a sudden, it wasn't a series that interested me all that much, and then all of a sudden I went, oh, I better start paying attention to this series because it's becoming something. The games are a little low event.
I think they're
on the boring side. But
I disagree. I think they're good.
Yeah, you're enjoying them?
I'm enjoying them because it's these guys are playing some big boy hockey. These guys are playing big boy hockey.
Yeah.
And I like watching that. I like watching goals, but I also like watching games where you've got to earn every inch of the ice. Matthew Tkachuk, no goals. Forgot. Yeah. And so I actually like watching this series, and I think it's been actually fairly entertaining from that respect.
Yeah.
The goaltenders have both been amazing.
Yeah.
They've both been outstanding. So I'm actually liking that series. I'm liking it.
The thing about the Calgary Flames is that they were a team that was just so well balanced in terms of everything.
Yeah.
Whether you want to talk about their balance up and down the lineup for player talent,
right,
or you want to talk about their balance for defense and offense and transferring defense to offense or transferring from their offense back to their defense.
Yeah.
They were just so frighteningly good at all of it. And Dallas mucked up their offense.
Yeah.
Okay, so good for Dallas. That's kind of their MO, right? Dallas mucked up their offense, and it almost seemed to muck up their defense too, because they're not looking like that scary Daryl Sutter defensive team right now.
Well, this series, there's less room for error in this series than any other series.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like the way I like to say it is it's not tight. It's hermetically sealed. This series, it's a really, really tight series.
The one thing that I will say, and obviously the answer to both these questions becomes obvious, but the Calgary Flames have the best Corsi for percentage in the playoffs right now.
Good for them.
And the Dallas Stars have the worst. The Dallas Stars have under 40% of the shot attempts, which is shockingly low. And it's, but again, it's these shot attempts they're ineffectual. They are, to use your word, they're impotent. Yeah. They're firing blanks.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on to the Dallas Stars.
Mature. That's what I like to say about the Dallas Stars. They're mature. They're playing a very mature game.
Yeah, well, I thought you meant because they're just mature.
Yeah, that too.
Their dating profile says mature.
Yeah.
Distinguished gentlemen is what they are.
They are, and mature in terms of like the big boy hockey again. They've put their work boots on.
They really have.
They've put their work boots on. They know what they're facing. They know how to play this opponent. They know what's going to work against them.
Yeah.
And they're doing it. And that's the sign of a team, I think, that is sort of comfortable enough in its own skin to know what it is.
Yeah.
And to just not be apologetic for it. This is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
This is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And it might work like it did a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And we might make it to the final. We're not going to win it. We're not winning. But we're going to be a tough out. We're going to be a really, really, really tough out.
The thing about the
like
Dallas Stars,
Alexander Radulov's blocking shots and throwing himself in front of pucks, and like it's crazy.
Yeah, he had a long chat with John Tortorella or something.
Yeah.
The thing about the Dallas Stars, well, and to your point about Radulov blocking shots, I mean, like he's not had a great year.
No,
and so he's in a situation where if he wants to redeem himself and he wants to redeem his team, that he's got to have those work boots on. And the thing about the Dallas Stars is that they play a style like the New York Islanders did in their heyday, but they have so much more offensive talent than the New York Islanders ever did. Like the Islanders, I was always shocked. It's like, where do the goals even come from?
What are you talking about? Like in their heyday?
Sorry. I mean, their recent heyday.
Yeah. Okay, define heyday.
I've heard of Mike Bossy, just so that we're clear. Yeah. No, I'm talking about their recent heyday under Barry Trotz.
Right.
Where you've got like Anders Lee and you're like, Jordan Eberle, I guess. But
Matt Barzal,
But the reality is that like, Joe Pavelski, and Robertson and Radulov, Sagan, Ben, like it's like, they're not all necessarily producing at that elite offensive level.
Well, Pavelski is. He's got 3.
Pavelski is. But
Robertson isn't. Yeah.
No, but they're not all producing at that elite offensive level. But their ability to take advantage, right, with the counterattack, the whole, counterattack thing, their ability to be able to take advantage of their counterattack is so much more potent because they have... Right, because Calgary's impotent. This is potent.
Right.
It's so much more potent because of that incredible offensive.
This is This is hard to play.
Yeah,
like I can't imagine that this is like that. The Dallas Stars are saying, "Man, are we ever having fun? Man, are we having a good time?
Never felt so bad to win.
This is so great. Like, oh my God, we're swashbuckling like crazy.
Yeah.
No, they are just. It's hard to play that style. It's really hard to play that way, and I give the Dallas Stars a lot of credit for sticking with it.
I think that the winner of this series crushes the next team that they face, either Oilers or LA. Just seeing how they have played against each other.
Yeah,
I just can't help but to think that the next team that they face gets crushed.
I'm back.
And we're back. That's my drawer, man.
I had to put it somewhere.
I've got electronics in there.
Okay.
I've got a battery charging right now in there. All right. Okay. So up next on Ken Treats My Beautiful Woodshop / Studio.
Yeah. That's his own recycling bin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the New York Rangers. Before we get off of the Dallas Stars and Calgary Flames, you gave Calgary 65% chance to win. Yeah. I gave Calgary 80% chance to win. Wow. It's just what a series. What a surprising series.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the New York Rangers, and of course
I almost picked Dallas in that series. I almost picked Dallas.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I didn't have the cojones to do it. So
well, I'll tell you, this series is defined by cojones.
Exactly.
Is really what it is. But before we get on to the next one, kencampbell.substack.com. Check us out. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. These go up as clips on YouTube, so you can see each one individually if you're only interested in hearing 5 or 10 minutes of us, which I understand.
I get it.
I get it. Small doses. Yeah.